Part 28. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Dit. Chapter 271. Tianyang Imperial City has a population of tens of millions, and most of the people are now frightened. The child cried, and the adults quickly covered the child's mouth. Afraid of causing death. To the east and north, there are countless human soldiers densely packed. To the west and south, there are countless demons. News outside the city spread quickly in Tianyang Imperial City. Knowing the specific situation outside, the people in the city were even more frightened. At the beginning, everyone only knew that enemies were coming, but did not know how many there were. Ye Chen, get out. Bring out Luo Hanjian and the others, let me see if the most beautiful woman in the world lives up to her reputation. Ye Chen, hand over the heavenly destiny chart immediately, otherwise anyone related to you will die. Outside the city, many strong humans and strong demons spoke arrogantly. However, for the time being, no one has rushed into the Tianyang Imperial City. Shoot the first bird. On the side of the strong human beings, there are now 5 strong men who have the strength of Xianxian Xiaochang. The 4 demon strong men have the strength of Xianxian Xiaochang. There are more perfect gods. Working together, they are now not afraid of Ye Chen at all. It's still a bit scary to face him alone. Ye Chen had the strength of Xianxian Xiaochang before. Maybe it's even stronger now. Of course, even if it is stronger, they are not very worried. The limit of heaven and earth is just a small achievement at Xian level. How did they know that within the Tianyang dynasty, the limits of the world and the people of the Tianyang dynasty were actually at the level of the great immortal? The scope of the dojo formed by the accompanying Shenliu is 10 kilometers. Currently, these strong men have not entered the 10 kilometers range. If Ye Chen takes action, he will only have the strength of Xianxian Dachan. Luo Hanjian, and Langxiu, Lu Qianqian, Luo Yudi, and Xuanhuan, all 5 of them also have the strength of Xianxian Dachan. Huxiao and Nightingale also possess the strength of Xianxian Dachan. Eunuch Lu only has a small success in Xianxian. All the people of Tianyang Imperial City, listen, Gen Luo Hanjian, our Tianyang dynasty has enough strength to resist the intruders. You don't have to worry when you return to your homes. Luo Hanjian's voice echoed throughout Tianyang Imperial City. The people of Tianyang Imperial City felt a little more at ease, but they were still worried. 50 million people besieged the city. Such a situation had never happened in the entire Juxiao continent. Everyone, our lives have been getting better and better in the past few years. We are well fed and clothed, and our strength is constantly improving. It is your Majesty and the Empress who have brought us such a good life. That's right, your Majesty loves the people like his own children. How can we stay at home when the country is facing a crisis? Die your life for your country today. Ha ha ha, if I don't die, I'm afraid of you. In Tianyang Imperial City, many people stood up. They took the lead, and more people abandoned their fear and stood up. They flew towards the city walls in all directions. With the powerful skills, the increase in the limit of heaven and earth, and the suppression of luck by the Haoshan Tower, 30% of the people in Tianyang Imperial City have reached the level of the original God King. Half of them already have the cultivation level of the original God Emperor. The number of people in Tianyang Imperial City is quite large in half of Chengdu. Compared with the strong men who came, their strength was nothing, but compared with the other 50 million humans and demons in the original world, the people of Tianyang dynasty were much stronger. Everyone, you are just common people. If the common people behave like common people, please go back. If the soldiers don't die, it won't be your civilians' turn to go to the battlefield. Ye Chen's voice came from the Tianyang Emperor's palace. The next second, hundreds of thousands of soldiers appeared in the sky above Tianyang Imperial City. Boom! The breath of terror spreads to all directions. Among the hundreds of thousands of soldiers who appeared, Those with low strength all had the strength of the original semi-saint level. Those with high strength already have the strength of the immortal level. Outside the city, many strong men were frightened. Fortunately, he didn't rush into Tianyang Imperial City rashly, otherwise he would have suffered huge losses. There are many powerful people gathered around Tianyang Imperial City, but they are not of the same mind. Whoever consumes more will be less likely to compete for the destiny of heaven later. Between the strong humans and the strong demons, we must be on guard. We must also be on guard among humans and demons. They also have to guard against the power behind Miss Minjiao. There may even be other hidden powers. Ye Chen, quietly, your Tianyang Imperial City has cultivated so many strong men. But just them, do you think they can resist us? A demon outside the city sneered. The descending humans and demons total 430,000 here. The number is a little smaller, but their average strength is much higher, and the average strength is more than 10 times stronger. They are the soldiers of our Tianyang Imperial City. In our Tianyang Imperial City, they can increase their strength tenfold by consuming the Empire's luck. Ye Chen's faint voice came out. The next second. Boom. The momentum erupting from the hundreds of thousands of soldiers who appeared in an instant increased tenfold. Hiss. Outside the city, countless powerful men took a breath of cold air. Their average strength is slightly superior, and the Tianyang dynasty has an advantage in the number of soldiers. If they fight, they will definitely suffer huge losses. Ye Chen must have used the demon soul we passed on to him. This guy lied to us. Many strong men of the demon clan were discussing secretly, and they were frightened in their hearts. Ye Chen was given 1,000,000 demon souls just a few months ago, and in such a short time, he actually trained hundreds of thousands of soldiers. Everyone, are you afraid of death? Ye Chen came in front of hundreds of thousands of soldiers. Dying for the country, no matter how hard it takes. Hundreds of thousands of soldiers roared in unison, shaking the earth. The faces of many strong men outside the city changed. They came from many forces and could be described as a mob. The Tianyang dynasty had hundreds of thousands of iron-blooded warriors. They were fearless. Ye Chen raised his hand, and hundreds of thousands of soldiers instantly quieted down. Orders must be obeyed. Many strong men outside the city were shocked. Ye Chen raised his voice and said, "Everyone, if you fight, you only have 1 hour. It should be enough. In addition to you, we have other strong men in Tianyang Imperial City." At this point, the aura of the Xianxian Dacheng on Ye Chen burst out. Husband. Luo Hanjian and the other 4 women came to Ye Chen, and they also burst out the aura of the Xianxian Dacheng. Outside the city, the faces of the 9 top masters who had the strength of the minor success of the mysterious immortal changed drastically. Ye Chen and Luo Hanjian, the other 4, actually had the strength of the major success of the mysterious immortal. Beyond the limit of heaven and earth. The 5 of them were equal to 50 masters of the minor success of the mysterious immortal. Originally, they thought that they would definitely have the upper hand in terms of top masters, but now they found that it was not the case at all. Fight to the death, fight to the death, fight to the death. Hundreds of thousands of soldiers roared. Fight to the death. Fight to the death. In the Tianyang Imperial City, countless people followed the roar, and their fear had been returned to the sky. There was nothing to be afraid of in the current situation. They had the upper hand in terms of top masters. At the middle level, if their hundreds of thousands of soldiers risked their lives, they would not be inferior to the hundreds of thousands of masters who descended. There were tens of millions of people in the Tianyang Imperial City at the bottom level. They were even stronger. Outside the city, countless people's faces changed. In this situation, they were afraid that they would suffer a loss if they fought. Even if they won, the loss would probably be 80% to 90%. Moreover, with the strength of Ye Chen and Luo Hanjian, they are likely to escape. If they can't get the heavenly Dao Fate plate, they are likely to get into trouble. If Ye Chen and the others escape, they will not be able to sleep peacefully. Your Majesty, we are too late to save you. Your Majesty, Queen, we are here. Countless people flew over here from all around Tianyang Imperial City. Most of the people in Tianyang Imperial City have already reached the level of Divine Emperor. It won't take long for them to fly over from nearby cities. The situation in Tianyang Imperial City spread to the entire Tianyang Imperial City at a very fast speed. A large number of troops were dispatched from the cities farther away. Countless people were dispatched. Ye Chen looked at Luo Hongjian, a faint smile appeared on his face, and the power of faith that Luo Hongjian obtained increased rapidly. If he used the power of the sword bamboo and let the companion divine willow go all out, it would not be difficult for Ye Chen to deal with the strong men outside the city. But that would be a waste. Now is a rare opportunity to improve the cohesion of the entire Tianyang Imperial City. If the common people and soldiers all dare to fight to the death for their country, the fortune of the Tianyang Empire can be greatly improved. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 272. 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. In the current situation, the tens of millions of people besieging the Tianyang Imperial City outside dare not act rashly. As a result, in just 5 minutes, more than 100 million people came from other places in the Tianyang Imperial City. People from a larger area will come within half an hour. This number is likely to exceed 1 billion. At present, half of the people in the entire Tianyang dynasty are rushing here. The people of the Tianyang dynasty know very well that Luo Hongjian is the emperor and Ye Chen is the empress, which has brought them huge benefits. If the Tianyang royal family falls, their losses will be incalculable. The national fortune will be reduced or even zero, and the speed of their cultivation will be greatly reduced. Lifespan will be affected. Ahem, fellow Daoist Ye Chen, Empress Hongjian, there is no need for the rest of us to be so tense. On the human side, a top strong man spoke. He has the strength of a minor success in the Xianxian. But he is also panicking now. The current situation is explosive at any time. If a war breaks out, most of them will definitely not be able to leave here alive. Another top human warrior said, Dai Ye Chen, let's all calm down. If we fight, both sides will suffer heavy casualties, and there will be more warriors coming from the Holy Demon Realm in the future. You probably don't want the entire Tianyang dynasty to be destroyed by then. Let's find a place and have a good talk. At this point, some of the human warriors took action and put the 30 million human soldiers released later into their space treasures. Collect. On the demon side, they also took action to collect the 50 million demons released later. Compared with human warriors, they are actually more panicked. Ye Chen and his men are humans after all. What if they unite with the human warriors who are currently besieging the city and kill them first? Attention, people of the Tianyang dynasty, everyone stay calm. I will collect you into my space treasure first, and you can take a rest. Ye Chen said, and his voice spread out. The divine consciousness spread out, and a large number of people of the Tianyang dynasty quickly disappeared, and they naturally entered the Sumi ring. The environment here is better. This time, Ye Chen planned to let all the strong men who came to support Tianyang Imperial City to practice in the Sumi ring for a period of time as an encouragement for their courage. In 2 minutes, hundreds of millions of people who had rushed over, and more than half of the people in Tianyang Imperial City disappeared. The suffocating situation eased a little. Ye Chen, you should know that even if you have the strength of Xianxian Daqin, the strong men who will come in the future will be stronger than you. This is a matter of time, and it won't take too long. Heavenly Fate Plate, you'd better give it out. One of the human strong men besieging the city said that this strong man is from the Forgetful Demon sect. The leader of the Forgetful sect has shown stronger strength recently. Let many strong men from the forgetful demon sect come. Ye Chen waved his hand, and the aura emitted by hundreds of thousands of soldiers decreased. Their strength has not increased for the time being. The strong men outside the city are much more at ease. Some of them secretly discussed whether to launch a surprise attack to kill the hundreds of thousands of soldiers of the Tianyang dynasty. Collect. Luo Hongjian took action and collected these hundreds of thousands of soldiers into her space treasure. The next second, Luo Hongjian entered the invisible state and disappeared. She was stronger than those outside the city, and Ye Chen gave her a powerful invisible treasure. When she entered the invisible state, the strong men outside the city had no idea where she was. In this way, it was impossible for them to kill these hundreds of thousands of people. Luo Hongjian could appear at any time and let the hundreds of thousands of soldiers just now attack together. Everyone, 100 of you are allowed to enter the Tianyang Imperial Palace for negotiation, and the rest are waiting outside the Tianyang Imperial City. Enter the Tianyang Imperial City without permission and die. Ye Chen said lightly. Luo Hongjian's voice also rang at this time. As long as the rest of the people don't enter the Tianyang Imperial Palace to mess around, I and the hundreds of thousands of soldiers I just collected will not enter the Tianyang Imperial Palace for the time being. You are not kidding. The current situation is that the strong men who besieged the city don't want to leave in disgrace. The best choice for them is to negotiate. They believed that under the joint pressure, Ye Chen should still give the heavenly Dao fate plate. The strength shown by the Tianyang dynasty and the cohesion shown by the people were beyond their expectations, but the strength of the holy demon realm and the original realm was not equal. There will be a steady stream of strong people coming to the holy demon realm. Dao Ye Chen, 100 places are too few. That's right, we have more than 100 forces here. Dao Ye Chen, at least 1,000 places. Many strong people spoke. If there are only 100 places, many forces will not be able to get a place. For the forces that can definitely get a place, more people to negotiate can also better put pressure on Ye Chen. With more people, they are more confident. 1,000 people are definitely not enough, there are too many people. Ye Chen said in a deep voice. Even if 1,000 people enter, the companion god Willow can easily take them down, but if they act too relaxed, many strong people will doubt them, and they may not enter again. 900, no less. 200, this is the only number I can accept. The two sides argued, and the final number was 450. This number was acceptable to many of the strong men who surrounded the city. The powerful forces among them can basically send people to enter. Most of the powerful people who have achieved the strength of Xianxian Xiaoxian, Tianxian Perfection, and Tianxian Daqin can enter. Even if Ye Chen and the others have the strength of the Xianxian Daqin, they are not afraid of Ye Chen and the others if so many of them enter the Tianyang Emperor's palace. Hongjian, all the people who come to Tianyang Imperial City, gather them together. Ye Chen said. Husband, don't worry. Be careful. Luo Hongjian's figure appeared not far away, and then quickly entered the invisible state. Let's go. Ye Chen said calmly. The remaining 450 people followed Ye Chen and the others into the Tianyang Emperor's palace. Ye Chen did not take them to Tianji Palace, but to Chaotian Palace, which was more spacious. Ye Chen felt a little emotional at this point. When he first entered the Tianyang Emperor's palace, he was nothing, not even an innate level of cultivation. More than 5 years have passed, and now he has a true god-level cultivation. Everyone, this place is big, so let's sit in a circle. Ye Chen said softly. As he spoke, many metal blocks appeared. In the blink of an eye, they turned into liquid. In just a few seconds, more than 400 metal chairs appeared. All the chairs formed a circle. Sitting on Ye Chen's left are En Langxiu and Lu Qianqian, and on his right are Luo Yudi and Shang Guanyan. Next to Lu Qianqian and Shang Guanyan were Hu Xiao and Nightingale respectively. They will change their appearance. There are only 7 people in Tianyang dynasty, but Yechen is not false at all. This place is naturally within 10 kilometers from Fengming Palace. Yechen possesses the strength of a god-level master. Among the characters who have achieved great success in Xianxian, Yechen alone can fight against 1,000. None of the remaining 450 strong men possess the strength of the Xianxian Dacheng. Everyone, I still say what I said. I want to know what the secret of eternal life is, as a basis for the future. You can tell me what you think. Yechen said calmly. And Langxiu knew that Yechen had the habit of drinking tea, so she poured tea for Yechen, but of course the others didn't. And Langxiu, pour me a cup of tea. The speaker was a young man in white robe, from a powerful hidden family in the Holy Demon Realm. There are 2 powerful men in the family who are at the level of Heavenly Dao. In the current situation, they did not dare to start a war easily, but they believed that Yechen and the others would not dare even more. There were more than 400 powerful people in Chaotian Palace, and they were not afraid of Yechen and the others. I want it too. I also want a drink here. Many other people spoke one after another. They regarded An Langxiu as a maid. Negotiations have begun, and they must first suppress Yechen and others' momentum. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 273. The matter was settled, and only Fengjia was discussed. Xuanhuan and the others relaxed and the atmosphere was harmonious. After having a good meal and a good drink, Xuanhuan and the others were ready to leave. Brother Ye, it would be good for you to clarify whether you will use the heart of the world. Xuanhuan couldn't help but said. The other strong men looked at Yechen. According to what Yechen said, there was no need to send many strong men to come for the time being. What if Yechen was strong enough in the future and quietly used up the heart of the world? Yechen looked at Xuanhuan and sighed, the heart of the world will not make you invincible if you use it. It is just immortal. Am I going to die if I use it with my current strength? Besides, without the strength of the Saint King, I am afraid that there is absolutely no possibility of obtaining the heart of the world. Among the 10 people, a woman said, Daiyu Yechen, can you answer us directly, do you have any plans to use the heart of the world in the future? Daiyu Yechen, we are also following orders, please forgive me for asking too many questions. Yechen smiled and said, I understand. Besides, it's okay to talk about it when a beautiful woman asks. What Su Xiao said just now makes sense, it's better to say it openly. Xuanhuan and the others' eyes lit up. It seems that this meal of wine was not in vain. Yechen pondered and said, everyone, swear by my soul, I will never use the heart of the world to seek eternal life in the future. Otherwise, let me die under the thunder when I cross the tribulation. Hiss. Xuanhuan and the others were shocked. Yechen's oath was quite heavy. As a practitioner, you dare not joke with souls, tribulations, and heavenly thunder. Otherwise, it is easy to induce inner demons when you cross the tribulation. Daiyu Yechen, I'm sorry that we are too suspicious. Xuanhuan said apologetically. The woman also bowed to express her apology. Yechen waved his hand, young Master Su, there is no need to apologize. Explain clearly and dispel some people's suspicions, so that people will not come to cause trouble frequently. Young Master Su, please take the message up, before the strong man of the Divine Emperor level can descend, no one should come to the original world, I want to live a quiet life for a few years. Xuanhuan nodded slightly, Daiyu Yechen, we will take your message to you. Yechen said in a light voice, I also hope that the major forces can give some face, otherwise if the strong man who descends makes trouble, I am sometimes not so easy to talk to. If one person makes trouble, I may just kill him. Xuanhuan and the others left quickly. The news spread to the upper world in a short time. The strong men in the holy demon realm were relieved. At present, only people of the perfect level of heavenly immortals can descend. It will take at least 3 years for people of the level of God King to descend, and it should take at least 4 years for people of the level of God Emperor to descend. Let's follow Yechen and not send people to descend for the time being. Many forces cancelled the plan to continue to send people to descend to the original world for the time being. Even if they descended, with Yechen's current strength, they could not get the heavenly Dao Fate disc from Yechen. Time passed slowly, and 3 years passed unknowingly. There were no messy things, and Yechen lived very comfortably in these 3 years. Most of the time, Yechen naturally stayed in the palace. Occasionally, Yechen would go to other places in the Tianyang dynasty with Xuanhuan and others. In 3 years, Yechen signed in 30 or 40 times. Among them, Yechen signed in for more than 20 times to get heavenly Dao level rewards, and the rest of the time he also got saint level rewards. With his accumulated luck, rewards below the saint level have disappeared. Yechen's system item bar is now full of various good things. He got the big gift package many times. Brother-in-law, I have made a breakthrough. Luo Yudi's joyful voice reached Yechen's ears, and she appeared in front of Yechen happily. In 3 years, Luo Yudi's appearance has not changed much, and she still looks like she is 18 years old. She will not get old even if she lives for hundreds or thousands of years. Chang'e, Qianqian, and others have made breakthroughs long ago, and you have fallen behind a lot. Yechen chuckled. Luo Yudi is more playful, and she spends more time pestering Yechen to take her out to play. But Luo Yudi now has the cultivation of a minor success in the God level and the strength of the God Emperor level. In Langxiu, Lu Qianqian, they are also the strength of the God Emperor level. But they already had the strength of the God Emperor level half a year ago, which is much stronger than Luo Yudi. Xuanhuan is naturally the strongest among them. She has the cultivation of the God Emperor level. The strength of the God Emperor level. Yechen himself, last year, had the cultivation of the God Emperor level, and now has the combat power of the Holy King level. There is a threshold between the God Emperor and the Holy King. It takes a lot of time to break through. However, Yechen estimated that in about half a year, he should be able to reach the level of Saint King. His combat power can reach the level of Saint Emperor. Even in the Holy Demon realm, such strength is very strong. Brother-in-law, I just broke through, you don't praise me, but you hit me. Luo Yudi pouted. Yechen stretched out his hand and pinched Luo Yudi's face and said with a smile, okay, praise you. It's not bad to reach the level of God King so quickly. He. Luo Yudi sat on Yechen's lap and gave him a sweet kiss. Brother-in-law, when will you have a baby with sister Hanjian? After the kiss, Luo Yudi blinked and said. Yechen frowned secretly. Naturally, he also wanted to have his own children with Luo Yudi and the others. But it's not appropriate now. The strong men from the Holy Demon realm have not come in a few years. They have lived a stable life for 3 years, but such a stable life is estimated to not last long. According to Yechen's judgment, the Xianxian perfection level characters are about to descend. There are many strong people in the Holy Demon realm, and there must be some Xianxian perfection level characters with the strength of the God King level. The strength he showed before was only the God King level. If the God King strength characters can descend, it is very likely that some forces will be ready to move. It is worth mentioning that the current limit of the world in the original world has reached the God King level. In the Tianyang dynasty, the strong men of the Tianyang dynasty have made moves at the limit of the world and the God Emperor level. As for Yechen and his team, within 1,000 kilometers, they can go all out. Because the companion god Willow is already at the heavenly Dao level. Within 100 kilometers, the companion god Willow has the strength of the heavenly Dao level. Within 1,000 kilometers, the companion god Willow has the strength of the Holy Emperor level. The range of the dojo formed by the companion god Willow has now reached 1,000 kilometers. Wait a little longer, we are all still young. The golden time for cultivation, having children will affect your cultivation. Yechen stroked Luo Yudi's hair and said. In the holy demon realm, more than 20 demon giants gathered. Yechen could tell that a Xianxian perfection level figure would soon descend, and they could naturally tell the same. If they joined forces to stabilize the space channel, a Xianxian perfection level figure could descend now. Of course, it was impossible for a group of such strong men to descend as before. Now, only 2 or 3 could descend each month. Everyone, open the space channel. One of the demon giants said in a deep voice, and the others nodded, and soon they opened the space channel. The space channel was still in Xuanhuan City. This place was more suitable. If it were any other place, the Xianxian perfection level demons could not descend at present. Let's go. The leading demon giant said, and 2 very beautiful women entered the space channel. They were demons, and their current appearance was what they looked like after they transformed. The transformation of demons did not mean that they could transform into whatever they wanted, but it was related to the original foundation. Yechen received a message that the space in Xuanhuan City was fluctuating, and demons were descending. Yechen appeared in Xuanhuan City in an instant. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 274. In Xuanhuan City, Xiao Zi already has the strength of a god king. Its several younger brothers have limited talents and only have the strength of a perfect Xianxian. My lord. Hu Xiao saluted. He was here recently, and he was the one who sensed the spatial fluctuations and sent a message to Yechen just now. In the original world, Hu Xiao, Nightingale, and others were able to become the top powerhouses because they had strong talents. Now Hu Xiao has the strength of a god emperor. Yeah. Yechen nodded slightly, and he looked up at the sky. A big black ball appeared in the sky. Swish. Swish. Suddenly, 2 figures rushed out of the black ball in the sky. These 2 figures were naturally the 2 beautiful demons who descended. Yechen. They had the cultivation of a perfect Xianxian, and their combat power reached the level of a god king. They found Yechen at the first time. Brother Yechen, don't do it. One of the women said in a delicate voice. She looked only 16 or 17 years old, delicate and weak. When she spoke, her voice was also nice. Welcome to the original world. Sign this, you can live, otherwise you will die. Yechen said in a calm voice, and he took out 2 master servant contract scrolls. He had received a gift package of master servant contract scrolls of the heavenly Dao level, which contained many contract scrolls. Go out. Another woman sent a message to her companion, and the 2 of them instantly rushed to one direction together. Boom. Knowing that there must be restrictions around, the 2 women attacked with all their strength. But it was useless. Yechen arranged the Xuxian sword formation here. The strength has reached the level of God King, not bad. Unfortunately, there is still a big gap in strength between God Kings. Yechen chuckled. Limited by the rules of heaven and earth, Yechen only has the strength of God King here, but he is much stronger than these 2 women. The strength difference between God King and God Emperor is 10 times. It is normal for the strength of the same level to differ by 5 or 6 times. Break. The 2 women used forbidden moves, which were more powerful. But the Xuxian sword formation can only be broken by 4 strong men of the same level. How could they break it? Boom. Boom. The next second, the 2 women rushed towards Yechen, and then chose to self-destruct directly. 2 suns seemed to appear in front of Yechen's eyes. The power of self-destruction is stronger than when the 2 women use forbidden moves. The entire Xuanhuan city, except for the area around Yechen and his men, was completely destroyed. A huge pit tens of thousands of meters deep appeared on the ground. Countless dust was directly vaporized. Red magma appeared in the huge pit. "Are you trying to kill me by self-destructing directly?" Ye Chen muttered. Although the power of the two women's self-destruction was extremely terrifying, it still did not hurt Ye Chen and his men at all. Ye Chen, Hu Xiao, Xiao Zi, their strength was stronger. Ye Chen waved his hand, and countless dust gathered from other places. The deep pit was filled. What a pity! Ye Chen shook his head. He didn't think the two women looked good after they transformed, and it was a pity for them to die, but they were very powerful, and it was a pity for them to self-destruct and die like this. If they were controlled by the contract scroll, wouldn't they become his powerful subordinates? Ye Chen had already controlled some of the strong men he had captured before. Some of them had the ability to fight across levels, and their talents were still good. Unfortunately, Ye Chen found that even if he gave them a lot of resources, their improvement speed was limited. From the Holy Demon Realm to the original realm, they found it difficult to adapt to the environment here. "They are dead." Two powerful demon giants in the Holy Demon Realm said in unison. They signed a master-servant contract with the two women who came. Now that the Holy Demon Realm and the original realm are closer, they can sense the death of the two women. They must have met Ye Chen. Damn it, didn't Ye Chen say before that he would not stop our strong men from coming? Some demon giants had bad tempers and cursed. Most of the demon giants did not curse. Ye Chen agreed before, but he did not make a soul oath to promise not to take action. In the past, many demons did come successfully. They died too quickly. "I'm afraid Ye Chen is not dead." The demon giants were talking about it. In this situation, it is not suitable for them to continue to descend. In Wanyao City, Shang Guanyan came out from the Sumi Ring, and she followed. If there is an unexpected situation, she will come out of the Sumi Ring to support as soon as possible. "Shang Guan, you don't have to come out, just continue to practice in the Sumi Ring," Ye Chen said. Shang Guanyan shook her head. She rarely had the opportunity to be alone with Ye Chen. How could she give up the opportunity? 3 years later, Ye Chen did not have a relationship with Shang Guanyan. He knew that Luo Hongjian had gradually agreed to accept Shang Guanyan, but Ye Chen still clearly remembered what Luo Hongjian had said before. If he looked for her again, she would leave. Even if Luo Hongjian would not leave now, he felt that he had to be content. In his heart, the most important thing was Luo Hongjian. "My lord, I'll take a look around." Hu Xiao quickly slipped away. Shang Guanyan had warned him that he was just Ye Chen's servant and he dared not offend Shang Guanyan. "I can read." Ye Chen took out a recliner and lay down. Shang Guanyan quietly prepared various fruits for him to feed. Not long after, someone arrived at the Wanyao city. It was Xuanhuan and several others. "Fellow Daoist Ye Chen, sorry to bother you." Xuanhuan smiled, and they bowed. Ye Chen looked at Xuanhuan and the others and said, "Young Master Su, I know why you are here. 2 demons with the strength of God Kings have come, and they exploded to death." Xuanhuan and the others' faces changed slightly. The 2 demons of the God King level were forced to explode in a short time. "Young Master Su, the human masters of the Holy Demon Realm are not thinking of coming soon, are they? Please persuade them for me. I have only lived a quiet life for 3 years. Don't blame me for turning against you if you come so hastily." Ye Chen said in a deep voice. Xuanhuan nodded, "Fellow Daoist Ye Chen, I will definitely convey your words." "Fellow Daoist Ye Chen, then we will not bother you. Goodbye." Soon Xuanhuan and the others left. Some of the human masters of the Holy Demon Realm actually plan to come in the near future. After receiving the news from Xuanhuan and others to the Holy Demon Realm, they suspended their plan. At present, even if many strong men unite, they can only send 2 people to descend. Chen really dares to kill people. Time passed day by day, and another half a year passed. Finally, I have reached the level of Saint King. Chen smiled. As expected, he broke through to the Saint King realm in half a year. The combat power is at the level of Saint Emperor. A figure of the God King level came to Tianyang Imperial City. With his current strength, he can fight against 10,000 people alone. After enduring for half a year, the strong men and demons of the Holy Demon Realm are probably unable to bear it anymore. Chen sneered in his heart. Half a year ago, only 2 people of the Xianxian perfection level could be sent down. Now, in Xuanhuan City, 20 or 30 strong men of the Xianxian perfection level can descend at the same time. Strong men of the God King level can also descend. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 275. In the city of 10,000 demons, the black ball of light appeared again. This time the black ball of light was bigger. The spatial fluctuations are more intense. Boom. Boom. 25 demons rushed out from the black ball of light. In order to ensure the strongest combat power, they are all in their original form at the moment. Some monsters are as tall as 1,000 meters. The expected battle did not occur. They rushed out of the black ball of light and traveled a long distance in a very short time. Chen is not here. The blood-eating corpse vine here is no longer here. The demons were talking a lot. Some time ago, Chen came to the second exclusive check-in point once and took Xiao Zi and the others away. When the demons came again, Xiao Zi and the others could no longer hold back here. After all, the little purple god-level cultivation and the other blood-devouring corpse vines also have the perfect strength of Xianxian, and they have made meritorious deeds before. Chen transferred them to the Sumuru ring. Ha 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 ha. The demons turned into human forms one after another, and some demons that came looked up to the sky and laughed. Another demon grinned and said, "It seems that Chen doesn't have the ability to care about this place anymore. His strength has improved very quickly, but it's a pity that he is only a creature from the original world after all. Even if it was originally a God King level, what kind of strength can it achieve now?" In just 3.5 years, Chen's strength from God King to God Emperor level was not very likely in their opinion. From God King to God Emperor, the gap is 10 times. The further you go, the more difficult it will be to improve, and every small level will block countless people. There is an 80% chance that Chen only has the strength of a God King, and a 20% chance that he has the strength of a God Emperor. But even if he reaches the level of the God Emperor, our joint strength should not be weaker than him. He was smart enough to remove the blood-devouring corpse vines here in advance. Everyone, let's hurry up. The strong human beings will know about our arrival soon. The strong human beings in the Holy Demon Realm will also descend to the next world in a short time. 25 powerful demons quickly headed towards the Tianyang dynasty. They all only have the perfect cultivation level of Xianxian, but they all have God King level combat power. Although it is difficult to surpass the level, there are countless monsters in the demon world. It is not difficult to find more than 20 perfect and powerful Xianxian who can surpass the level. In the Holy Demon Realm, there are now more than 20 demon giants working together. Fengming Palace, Chen sneered in his heart. Last time, 2 powerful monsters blew themselves up, and Chen learned his lesson. On the side of the second exclusive check-in point, he only has the strength of a God King level and is not strong enough. I couldn't capture the 2 demons alive. It would be better to let them come to Tianyang dynasty. Everyone, please pay attention later. We must capture Luo Hanjian and the others alive, don't kill them. The leader of the demon reminded the other demons. Even if Luo Hanjian is placed in the Holy Demon Realm, her appearance is the ceiling. Among the demon giants in the Holy Demon Realm, more than 1 or 2 are interested in her, and ranks you and the others. Chen was very powerful, so in order to avoid any accidents, their plan was to kill him as soon as they had the chance. Capture Luo Hongjian and the others alive. Soon, the demons arrived in the Tianyang dynasty area. Some of them had powerful hidden treasures, and all the powerful ones gathered together and quickly headed to Tianyang Imperial City, another place in the Holy Demon Realm. Some powerful human beings quickly got news from the original world. The space in 10,000 Demon City fluctuated greatly, and there should be many powerful demons coming to the original world. Act now. Hurry up. Many of the top human forces in the Holy Demon Realm have actually made preparations. They want the demons to act first. Acting first will gain the upper hand, but the risk will also increase. Prepare to come. Action. All preparations have been made long ago, and it took less than half a minute for the strong human beings in the Holy Demon Realm from getting the news to the arrival. On the altar of the Midland Dynasty, 20 figures of the Xianxian perfection level descended. There is no Xianxian perfection level person coming from the God's dynasty, but there is a strong man with a God King level cultivation. He has a God King level combat power. There is no doubt that this man is a strong man of the holy religion of light. Called Carlos. The heavenly horoscope will eventually belong to our holy sect of light. Carlos had a faint smile on his face. He was the godson of the Lord of Light. With his talent and strength, he was likely to become a giant in the Holy Church of Light in the future. Sanctification is almost a sure thing. There is hope for becoming a heavenly level powerhouse. It's a pity that the limit of heaven and earth is only the level of God King. I don't know what's going on with Tianyang dynasty. Carlos took his time and headed to the Tianyang dynasty. He waited for the demons and humans to beat each other to a bloody head first, and then he would come out and take advantage. As for Ye Chen taking down all the enemies, Carlos didn't think so at all. Carlos finds it incredible that Ye Chen can survive until now in the original world. Now, on the demon side and on the human side, there are dozens of powerful men with the strength of God Kings coming together. Coming. Ye Chen muttered in his heart that the 25 powerful demons had reached a range of 1,000 kilometers. This area is now the area of the dojo formed by the accompanying sacred willow. Within this range, Ye Chen can fully display his strength. 25 Xianxian perfection level figures, each one has the strength of a God King level, they are not weak at all. Ben. Ye Chen took action, and a stream of power instantly entered the bodies of the 25 powerful demons. Instantly, their cultivation was completely imprisoned. The strength of the God King level is not bad, but Ye Chen is now a Saint Emperor level, and their strength is 10,000 times weaker than Ye Chen. Ye Chen took them down like a game. Collect. The 25 strong men whose cultivation was imprisoned were directly received by Ye Chen in the Sumi ring. They looked at each other, what was going on? On the side of the United States dynasty, the 20 strong men who descended also quickly rushed to the Tianyang dynasty. If there was a special situation at a distance, they would not be able to react. Ye Chen's good days are finally coming to an end. Just a jumping clown. He thinks he is great just because he has some strength in the original world. If he really dies, it is probably the best result for him, otherwise it would be worse than death. The 20 human strong men discussed secretly. They quickly entered the territory of the Tianyang dynasty. There are still 10,000 to 20,000 kilometers away from the Tianyang imperial city. They don't think they will be discovered at such a distance. Are you not moving? Ye Chen muttered. The 20 human warriors did not enter the range of 1,000 kilometers. Ye Chen did not have the strength of the Holy Emperor, but in the Tianyang dynasty, he and Luo Hongjian and others all had the strength of the Divine Emperor. Carlos of the Holy Church of Light. Soon Ye Chen discovered that another warrior had quietly entered the Tianyang dynasty area. He sneered in his heart. In just 5 minutes, the warriors from the 3 places all came, indicating that all parties in the Holy Demon Realm were ready to come at any time. They all wanted to target him. Hu Xiao, Nightingale, go and take down Carlos. Ye Chen ordered, and he told Hu Xiao and the others where Carlos was now. Carlos was tens of thousands of kilometers away and stopped moving. Hanjian, you go out and invite some human warriors over. Ye Chen sent a message to Luo Hanjian and the others. The 20 gathered human warriors stopped at a distance of 15,000 kilometers. This is outside Ye Chen's exclusive sign-in point. He can use the Xuxian sword formation, but the distance is far and he cannot fully exert the power of the Divine Emperor. Husband, let's go now. Luo Hanjian and the other 4 women and Xuanhuan set off quickly. They all have the power of the Divine Emperor. If it were not for the limitations of heaven and earth, Luo Hanjian would have the power of the Divine Emperor. Now the power of the Divine Emperor cannot be exerted, but Luo Hanjian can also exert the power of the top Divine Emperor. She alone can actually take down the 20 strong men who came. Many of them are just barely at the power of the Divine King. Luo Hanjian's strength is dozens of times stronger. Soon, Carlos and 20 other human warriors were all caught in front of Ye Chen. Everyone, are you surprised? Are you surprised? Ye Chen said with a half smile. Carlos and the others were so worried. What happened to the fact that Ye Chen probably didn't have the strength of a god emperor? As it turned out, Luo Hanjian and the others all had the strength of a god emperor. They were all the geniuses of the major forces, and now they all fell into Ye Chen's hands. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 276. Ye Chen, what do you want? We are all the top talents of all the major forces. You'd better let us go. One of the strong men said viciously. Ye Chen looked at the other party with some surprise. Fellow Taoist, you are so naive, it is not easy for you to survive until now. You came here to target me. Why, I have to entertain you with good wine and meat. At this point, Ye Chen waved his hand and cut the other person in half without waiting for him to speak. The expressions of the other strong men changed drastically. The strong man who just spoke comes from a top force and has a very powerful background. But Ye Chen killed him instantly without any scruples. Everyone, his soul will go to the underworld next, and life there will be difficult. Ye Chen said calmly. The 20 strong men, including Carlos, were extremely fearful. They were full of confidence before going to the lower realm, but now they are extremely regretful. Why the lower realm? They have it, and if they don't agree with the lower world, no one will force them. Everyone, you sign this master-servant contract now. If you sign it, you can live. If you don't sign it, you will be the same as him. Ye Chen said softly. He took out 20 master-servant contract scrolls, he had a lot of them. Fellow Daoist Ye Chen, you don't have to do this. If you catch us, you can trade with the forces behind us and get a lot of benefits. One of the strong men said quickly. Ye Chen shook his head. I think it is better to use the master-servant contract scroll. If I die, you will all be buried with me. I'll give you 10 breaths to think about it. 10 breaths of time passed. Carlos and the 20 strong men all used the master-servant contract. They and the other strong men did not use the master-servant contract. There are disadvantages to using the master-servant contract, and it will be difficult to become a top powerhouse in the future. Not to mention becoming a powerful person at the level of heaven, the possibility of becoming a saint is greatly reduced. The powerful men of the major forces would not easily use such means to control their top talents. The 2 beautiful demons in front of the demon tribe signed a master-servant contract before they came, because the strong men of the demon tribe did not have enough confidence in the 2 of them coming. Things are different now than before. Of the 25 demons that descended, no one signed the master-servant contract. Owner. 20 strong human beings said in unison. Ye Chen shook his head, you can just call me the master from now on. Yes, my lord. The 25 captured demons soon arrived in front of Ye Chen. They saw the corpses on the ground and the 20 strong human beings standing respectfully. Everyone, I have a limited number of master-servant contract scrolls. Do any of you want to sign a master-servant contract with me like them and become my subordinates? Ye Chen said softly. None of the 25 powerful demons chose to die, and soon they all signed master-servant contracts with Ye Chen. The master-servant contract is not something that can be signed infinitely, but Ye Chen has a holy emperor-level combat power and is 10,000 times stronger than them. They can sign 10,000 like this without any problem. After working so hard to send people down from the holy demon realm, why bother? Ye Chen muttered. The value of these 40 strong men is extremely high. It is worth mentioning that none of these 40 strong men came from Tianqian Palace, Shangqing Palace, and other forces. They also want to get the heart of the world, but their strategy is currently different from that of other forces. In their opinion, even if Ye Chen couldn't hold on, it was entirely possible that Ye Chen would run away with Luo Hongjian and the others, and he might seek help from them in the future. They can ask Ye Chen to voluntarily hand over the heavenly destiny chart. In the holy and demon world, both the strong men from the demon clan and many strong men from the human race are waiting. Half an hour passed with no news. 2 hours passed and still no news. Many powerful people felt something was wrong. If everything goes well, news should soon reach the holy demon realm. Even if things don't go well, there should be news. What's going on now? Good news or bad news? Nothing. The Tianyang dynasty seems to be a black hole. Their people can no longer be contacted after entering the Tianyang dynasty. Wait a minute. A powerful monster said in a deep voice. Now they can only wait. Half a day has passed and there is still no news. Thinking with their toes, they all knew that there must be something wrong with the strong man who came. The powerful demons and powerful humans in the holy demon realm began to inquire about each other's information. Hey, there is no news about the arrival of the 25 powerful demons. What the hell? We have 20 strong men from the human race, plus 25 strong demons, which makes us over 40. The top strongest among humans received the message. Demon giants also received the news. Both of them couldn't believe it. So many powerful people went to the Tianyang dynasty, and there was not much time difference between them, and they all fell into the Tianyang dynasty without any sound. Xuanhuan waited until he arrived at Tianyang Imperial City. The remaining human forces in the upper realm approached Tianqian Palace and other forces, and they came to investigate. Fellow Taoist Ye Chen, I'm taking the liberty to come to visit you. We actually don't want to come. Xuanhuan cupped his hands and said helplessly. They held a banquet in Tianyang dynasty and invited Ye Chen out again. Ye Chen nodded slightly. Young Master Su, it's good that no strong men from your forces have come. What do you want to know? I'll give you face. Daiyu Ye Chen, some people came to the Tianyang dynasty. Now they are dash. Xuanhuan asked tentatively. Ye Chen waved his hand, and a corpse appeared in an instant. He is dead, and the rest are captured alive. Welcome deists from the holy demon realm to continue to come to our Tianyang dynasty. Another strong man said, Daiyu Ye Chen, I wonder if we can meet the others. Ye Chen glanced over, don't be too much. I just told you the situation to give you face. You still want to see them, do you still want to take them away? Xuanhuan hurriedly said, Daiyu Ye Chen, don't be angry. Let's do this. We will tell you an important situation. Can you let us see it? Ye Chen said in a calm voice, important information, is that the holy demon realm is now building a giant summoning array. Xuanhuan was stunned. Daiyu Ye Chen, you actually already know it? Yes. Ye Chen nodded. He had used the master-servant contract to control Carlos and the others. Some of Carlos and the others had extraordinary origins and knew a lot of secrets. Xuanhuan said, Daiyu Yechen, the giant summoning array for the original world will be completed in a short time. By then, you may be summoned to the holy demon world. Luo Hongjian and the others are also possible. Daiyu Yechen, it has been 3.5 years. I wonder if you can tell us about the news of the heart of the world. If you don't have the heart of the world in you, many forces in the original world will no longer target you. Yechen shook his head, young Master Su, let me tell you what I said before. If the secret is spread out, it will not be good for you. Before the strong man of the God Emperor level can come, it is absolutely impossible to obtain the heart of the world. No more wine today, goodbye. Yechen said and left. Xuanhuan and the others left helplessly. The news reached the upper realm, and many powerful people in the upper realm hurriedly built a summoning array for the original realm. This summoning array covers an area of tens of thousands of square kilometers. In another 2 or 3 months, the summoning array can be completed. If Yechen can be summoned to the holy demon realm, Yechen can only let them do whatever they want. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 277. Xuanhuan and his team quickly spread the news to the holy demon realm. Yechen, the lord of the Black God Castle, was furious. The young man that Yechen killed was his grandson, and he cared about this grandson the most. He planned to pass the position of the lord of the castle to him in the future. The Black God Castle is considered a top force in the holy demon realm, and the lord of the castle is a heavenly Dao-level strongman. Everyone, we have sent strong men to descend, but we have been tricked by Yechen again and again. We should hurry up and get the summoning array out and summon Yechen directly. Or summon Yechen's woman. The lord of the Black God Castle said coldly. The other strong men nodded. Although none of them died, the strong men who descended fell into Yechen's hands. Only by catching Yechen or Luo Hongjian and the others, they will have enough chips in their hands. Half a month passed. In Fengming Palace, Yechen was full of expectations. Today is the day to sign in again. And this is the first time he has signed in after reaching the Saint King level. The sign-in reward is related to the accumulated luck and cultivation. System, sign in 3 times. System, this is the first time I sign in after reaching the Saint King level, you should give me more strength. Yechen said in his mind. The highest strength in the holy demon realm is only the heavenly Dao level, but Yechen believes that the highest reward of the system is definitely more than the heavenly Dao level. It's just that the cultivation of the Saint King level is not high enough now, and the possibility of obtaining rewards above the heavenly Dao level is definitely low. Maybe less than 1%. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the immortal Divine Dynasty Imperial Palace, which can be gradually integrated with the Tianyang Imperial Palace. Yechen was stunned. System, what level of treasure is this, the immortal Divine Dynasty Imperial Palace? The system was a little surprised. Host, you have reached the Saint King level, and you have indeed increased some rewards, but it has only increased 10-fold. You are lucky. The immortal Divine Dynasty Imperial Palace is an immortal level treasure, superior to the heavenly Dao level. Yechen was surprised. But he was still very curious. System, the immortal level is above the heavenly level. The system said lightly, there is a world beyond the heaven. The heaven and the earth are also divided into strong and weak. You are in the original world, the holy demon world, and some other worlds, all belong to the July universe. The July universe is just a medium-sized universe in this plane. Yechen's eyes widened. The information revealed by the system is so revealing. Host, you have now reached the Saint King level, and you have officially embarked on the path of cultivation. Below the Saint King, everyone is just an ant. Yechen. System, What level is the immortal level? The system said lightly, in the lower universe, the saint level is the highest level, in the middle universe, the heavenly level is the highest, in the upper universe, immortal and indestructible. The immortal level is lower than the immortal level. As long as it is not destroyed, it can live as long as the heaven and the earth. When it reaches the immortal level, even if the universe is destroyed, as long as the plane does not collapse, it will not die. Yachen's eyes flashed. Sage, heavenly way, immortal, indestructible. He recited it silently in his heart several times. The system can materialize things from other planes, which should be above the immortal level. That is to say, if he keeps signing in, it is entirely possible that he will reach the immortal level in the future. Even if he cannot reach the immortal level is also very attractive. If he reaches the immortal level with Xuanhuan and others, he can live as long as the heaven and earth. Host, the immortal divine dynasty imperial palace you have obtained is thousands of times more precious than the treasures of the heavenly Dao level. The chance of you signing in to obtain it was originally only 1 in 1,000. After increasing tenfold, it is only 1%. Yachen was amazed in his heart. He was really lucky to sign in and get this system. It can gradually and completely merge with the Tianyang Imperial Palace. In the end, the Tianyang Imperial Palace can reach the immortal level. Yes, but this will take a lot of time. Yachen was satisfied. The Tianyang Imperial Palace is getting stronger and stronger. If he stays in the Tianyang Imperial Palace, the benefits will definitely increase. System, use this. Already used, the level of Tianyang Imperial Palace has been upgraded to the Saint King level, and it cannot be destroyed by forces below the Saint King. The training speed of practitioners in Tianyang Imperial Palace has increased 5 times, up to 10 people. Yachen immediately designated Xuanhuan and the others first. Xuanhuan and the others were all practicing in Tianyang Imperial Palace, and they immediately noticed the changes. Husband, I feel that the speed of practice has increased several times at once. Is this normal? Master. Xuanhuan and the others all sent a message to Yachen. With such an abnormality, they were worried about problems. Don't worry, I did it, don't worry if it's normal. Yachen sent a message to Xuanhuan and the others. Xuanhuan and the others were very surprised. Their training speed was already very fast. If it was increased several times, they could become stronger faster, and they might not be afraid of the strong men in the Saint Demon realm in the future. Hanjian, Tianyang Imperial Palace has been strengthened. Now Tianyang Imperial Palace cannot be destroyed casually. If there is any need to rebuild, tell me. Yachen sent a message. It is difficult for the rest of the people to even move a tile of the Tianyang Imperial Palace now, but Yachen can still change it. System, arrange the second and third sign-ins. Soon the second and third sign-ins were over, and the rewards were all treasures of the heavenly Dao level. It was expected. The chance of getting an immortal level treasure is too low. And if such a treasure is obtained, it is very likely that it can only be placed in the taskbar as a decoration. Nowadays, Yachen can't use many Tiandao level treasures for the time being. The Imperial Palace of the Immortal Dynasty is not a combat treasure, and the requirements are relatively low. 2 months passed in the blink of an eye. Boom! Yachen stayed beside Xuanhuan, and an extremely powerful aura suddenly burst out from Xuanhuan's body. 5 times the training speed, 2 months is equivalent to the previous 10 months of training. She broke through to the Holy King level. Boom! Inside the Sumuru ring, dark clouds were rolling above Xuanhuan's head. In a short period of time, the dark clouds spread thousands of kilometers. This is a saint's calamity. When Yachen first broke through to the saint level, he also encountered the saint's calamity, a total of 99 thunders. Everyone is terrible. Ordinary God Emperor level characters may not be able to withstand the saint tribulation even if they break through to the saint level. If you can't bear it, you will be wiped out by the saint. Ye Chen retreated thousands of kilometers away. Don't disturb or help when you are crossing the tribulation, otherwise you will harm others and yourself. In the world of saints and demons, many powerful men of the God Emperor level have died in the tribulation of saints in the past and today. Boom. Soon, the first thunder fell. Ye Chen was stunned when he looked at Ji Lei, who was no thicker than an arm. What the hell is this? His first tribulation thunder was as thick as a bucket of water, and its power was more than 10 times stronger than Luo Hanjian's. Boom. Boom. The thunderbolts came down one after another, and their power was pitifully small. If there were such calamity thunders, all figures at the God Emperor level would be able to survive the calamity smoothly. Could it be? Ye Chen thought of a possibility. Luo Hanjian was transformed from the heart of the world. Although she was born to her mother in 10 months of pregnancy, in essence, she is part of the way of heaven. The tribulation thunder struck her, to a certain extent, it was equivalent to striking herself. Husband, what's going on? After the 99 thunderbolts ended, Luo Hanjian found that she had officially reached the level of the Holy King. She looked at Ye Chen doubtfully. When Ye Chen went through the tribulation before, and Langxiu and the others didn't watch it, but she did. The power of thunder is much stronger than this. Ye Chen said with a smile, Hanjian, maybe it's because you are so beautiful that even the thunder is reluctant to strike you. Luo Hanjian rolled her eyes at Ye Chen, and she didn't ask any more questions. She felt that Ye Chen must have helped secretly. Husband, I never thought I would become a saint one day. Luo Hanjian said in disbelief when she came to Ye Chen's side. She was extremely grateful. If it weren't for Ye Chen, how could he have achieved such strength? Husband, when do you plan to eat Xuanhuan? As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Did. Chapter 278. Ye Chen said angrily, Hanjian, you change the topic really quickly. Xuanhuan and I are doing well now. Don't talk nonsense. Luo Hanjian sighed softly, husband, Xuanhuan always tries to please us when facing us. She has saved you twice before, and I can't bear it. In her dragon state, she is your mount and is 100% loyal to you. Do you think it is possible to marry someone else? Ye Chen looked at Luo Hanjian with a strange expression. Hanjian, you said before that you would leave if I found you again, why did you persuade me to accept Xuanhuan? Luo Hanjian rolled her eyes at Ye Chen. She gave in, wasn't it because everything Ye Chen did moved her so much? Of course, there are also Xuanhuan's own reasons. Husband, I have already agreed here anyway, you can do it yourself. Luo Hanjian said. And Langxiu and Luo Hanjian also asked their opinions, and they listened to her. Hanjian, stop talking about this. You have just broken through to the Holy King level, seize the time to consolidate your cultivation. After Ye Chen finished speaking, he disappeared. The Holy Demon Realm. The Lord of the Black God's Castle, the Lord of the Wangqing Cult, the Lord of the Ocean Country, and many other powerful people gathered together. Lord Ah Sun was severely injured before, but has now recovered. He looked at the Wangqing cult leader with an extremely serious look. When he was in desperate situation, he would never forget the sword that Master Wangqing gave him. If it weren't for the fact that Lord Ah Sun wanted to kill Ye Chen, he would not stand peacefully with the Lord Wangqing right now. Everyone, the summoning circle has been completed. Next, everyone will use all their strength to summon Ye Chen. The Lord of Black God Castle said in a deep voice. In recent times, the summoning circle has consumed a lot of energy, and Black God Castle has contributed more. The leader of the Wangqing cult said, Master of the Black God Castle, fellow Taoists, I think it would be better not to summon Ye Chen first, but to summon Luo Hanjian. Luo Hanjian's strength is definitely much weaker than Ye Chen's. The possibility of us summoning Luo Hongjian over is higher. If summoning Ye Chen fails, it may be difficult to summon Luo Hongjian and the others. Lord Ah Sun sneered, could it be that Ye Chen still has the strength of a god emperor now? This summoning circle is enough to summon a god emperor level figure. Summoning Luo Hongjian can really alert the enemy. Ye Chen is our primary target. Everyone was arguing endlessly, and their opinions were not very unified. It would be best if Ye Chen could be summoned directly, but the success rate of summoning Ye Chen was much lower. Summoning Luo Hongjian has a 100% success rate in their opinion. As for An Langxiu and the others, no one has set their primary target. Their portions are not that heavy. In the end, most of the powerful people supported summoning Luo Hongjian. They suffered a lot in Ye Chen's hands, and they really had some psychological shadow. GG, it's good to summon Luo Hongjian. Use her threat to get rid of Ye Chen, and it has other effects. The most beautiful woman in the world has many uses, ha ha ha. Some strong men speak unscrupulously. Everyone present is a big boss, but some guys are big devils and do whatever they want. Boom. The terrifying power of 30 or so heavenly Dao level experts poured into the summoning circle. This is the most powerful summoning array for the original world in the Holy Demon Realm. It didn't take long for the accumulated power of the summoning circle to reach its limit. Now, Luo Hongjian's soul aura was passed into a huge crystal in the center of the summoning circle. The summoning circle emits a dazzling light. The original realm is within the Sumeru ring. Luo Hongjian felt a relatively strong summoning power, but it was impossible to summon her. First, she stayed within the Sumeru ring. Secondly, Luo Hongjian now has a Holy King level cultivation and a Holy King level combat power. Husband, I feel the power of summons. The summoning power can only summon people of the God Emperor level. Luo Hongjian sent a message to Ye Chen. It was late at night, and two girls, An Langxiu and Lu Qianqian, were lying next to Ye Chen. Their God Emperor level cultivation training is accelerated 5 times, and they have improved much faster recently. Ye Chen immediately asks Xiaoling to enhance the resistance of Tianyang Imperial Palace. The immortal god's Imperial Palace obtained by signing in has a spirit, so Ye Chen simply named her Xiaoling. Good master. Xiaoling's voice sounded in Ye Chen's mind. The voice is that kind of girly, which is nice. Immediately, the growth rate of Tianyang Imperial Palace was reduced, and its resistance in this area was greatly enhanced. In 2 months, Tianyang Emperor Palace absorbed and digested a lot of power, and its current level is the Holy Emperor level. What's going on? What the hell? In the Holy Demon Realm, many powerful men spoke, but the summoning circle was actually empty. The summoning ended, but Luo Hongjian did not appear. They all took some hits. Failure to summon will have consequences for them. However, they have a large number of powerful people, so their influence is not very strong when shared. Could it be that Luo Hongjian has the strength of a saint king? A strong man said doubtfully. Another strong man shook his head, this is absolutely impossible. Ye Chen is weird. It is possible for him to have such strength, but it is absolutely impossible for Luo Hongjian. Leader Wang Qing said, it is indeed impossible for Luo Hongjian to have such strength. I have invaded her dream. Besides, before Ye Chen and Luo Hongjian met, Luo Hongjian was already the empress. It was not easy for her to maintain the Tianyang dynasty before, and she certainly did not hide her strength before. The Lord of the Black God Castle said coldly, everyone, why are you talking about this, just continue. Change to Luo Yudi and try it. The other strong men nodded. The summoning of Luo Hongjian failed, and no one thought about summoning Ye Chen at this moment. Soon the summoning array was filled with energy again. Now, the power of the summoning array burst out again. 10 seconds later, Luo Yudi in the original world felt the summoning power, but the summoning power she felt was weaker than Luo Hongjian felt before. Brother-in-law, I also feel the summoning power. Luo Yudi sent a message to Ye Chen. Ye Chen had just reminded Luo Yudi to pay attention. Saint Demon Realm. The strong men once again suffered the backlash after the summoning failed. Looking at the empty summoning array, the faces of the big guys were not very good. Summoning Luo Hongjian failed, and summoning Luo Yudi failed again. Come again. The third time, they chose Lu Qianqian as their target, but they also failed. The three backlashes were superimposed, and the impact was not small. Everyone, for the time being, the formation can only support us to try for the last time. Who do you think we can summon? A strong man said. This heavenly Dao level strong man is also a heavenly Dao level formation master. Everyone talked about it. Summoning Lu Qianqian failed, and summoning An Langxiu will definitely fail. Summoning Ye Chen, they don't even need to try, they know it will definitely fail now. In the end, they set their target on Shang Guanyan. According to their information, Shang Guanyan should not be Ye Chen's woman now, maybe summoning her can succeed. They didn't summon immediately, they waited for 2 hours, and it was almost dawn in the original world. Puff. After the summoning, one of the weaker heavenly Dao level strong men spit out blood from his mouth. Another backlash, he couldn't bear it. Some of the other strong men cursed out loud, so many of their top bosses summoned together, but all failed. Summoning Shang Guanyan failed, so there is no way to summon Ye Chen in a short time. Suddenly a strong man spoke in surprise, everyone, although the summoning failed, the connection between the Holy Demon Realm and the original realm seems to have been strengthened a lot. In Fengming Palace, Ye Chen also noticed this problem. With the connection strengthened, the more powerful people in the Holy Demon Realm can descend to the original realm faster. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 279. In the Holy Demon Realm, other big guys also sensed the situation in the two worlds. It's not like all the hard work is in vain. Summon a few times a month, and you should be able to summon a strong man at the level of a holy king in 3 months. By then, people with the strength of our God Emperor should also be able to come to the original world. All the big guys felt better. They had fallen into many troubles on Ye Chen, and now Ye Chen was almost becoming their inner demon. Ye Chen must be dealt with as soon as possible. 3 months passed in the blink of an eye. An Langxiu, Lu Qianqian, Luo Yudi, and Shang Guanyan have all reached the Holy King level. These 4 months are equivalent to 3.5 years of training. Luo Hongjian is still at the Saint King level. Once you reach the realm of a saint, it will be much more difficult to improve, and each level will definitely take more time. Even at 5 times the speed, Luo Hongjian should still need half a year. Of course, in the same realm of Saint King, Luo Hongjian is much stronger. One person can beat An Langxiu and 4 of them. Call. Ye Chen let out a sigh of relief and smiled on his face. He reached the Holy King realm a few months before Luo Hongjian, and now he has finally reached the Holy King realm. Fighting Holy Emperor. Above the Holy Emperor, there is a powerful person at the heavenly level. In the entire Holy Demon realm, there are only 1,780 humans, demons, and heaven-level experts in total. With Saint Emperor level strength, he is already a top expert even in the Saint Demon realm. With such strength, coupled with various powerful treasures, even if Ye Chen enters the original world now, he will not be easily discovered by the enemy. Caught by the enemy. The many good things in the equipment column are no joke. Ye Chen now has 3 heavenly Dao level summoning cards. The powerful Tiandao level people summoned by the summoning card are all top Tiandao level figures. the kind that ranks among the top 10 in terms of strength. If he summoned 3 heavenly Dao-level powerhouses to hit the door at the same time, it would be difficult for ordinary heavenly Dao-level forces to withstand them. Finally, I have the strength of a holy emperor. Ye Chen murmured in his heart that with such strength, he felt more secure. Even if the holy demon realm and the original realm are now directly connected, and powerful men of the heavenly Dao level are coming one after another, he is still certain that he can help Luo Hongjian and the others survive. Boom! As Ye Chen improved here, muffled thunder sounded in many places throughout the original world. The limits of heaven and earth have been raised once again. The limit of the original world has reached the level of the God Emperor. On the side of the Tianyang dynasty, the strong men of the Tianyang dynasty have reached the limit of heaven and earth to the Saint King level. The powerful men in the holy and demon world quickly noticed this. The powerful ones with the cultivation of the God Emperor can already come, maybe we have to take action. The one who spoke was a demon giant. There are a total of more than 70 demons at the heavenly level in the demon tribe, and now half of them have gathered. The fight for the heart of the world seems to them to have reached the most critical moment. Just take action. Another demon giant frowned. They found the powerful God Emperor who had the fighting power of the God Emperor, but there were not many of them, only about 20 in total. Any one of them can be said to be a baby bump. As long as they don't die, 1/3 of them may become heavenly level experts in the future. Let them come, and if something happens, it will greatly damage the future potential of their demon clan. With the arrival of 10 powerful men of God Emperor level, there shouldn't be any problem, right? A demon giant spoke, his tone not very convinced. A few months ago, a God King figure came, and they were still full of confidence. There was no other way, they had fallen into trouble several times in Ye Chen's hands, and they were already a little timid. Does Ye Chen already have the strength of a holy king? Even if the holy king and a dozen of us, God Emperor level warriors, come to us, there will be no problem, right? We used to think this way too. Many demon giants were talking about it, but most of them supported the immediate arrival. They know that many of the top experts in the human race have established summoning circles. If Ye Chen is summoned, they will lose the chance to obtain the heavenly destiny chart. Everyone, since most people agree, let's take action. A group of monster giants quickly opened the space channel, and 10 powerful men with the cultivation level of the God Emperor arrived. Most of them are confident. A few months ago, the strong men they came to were captured by Ye Chen, but at that time they were only Xianxian perfection level figures, with only the strength of the God King. Their strength is 100 times stronger. Safety. Leave immediately and find a place to hide. The 10 powerful men quickly hid, but they did not go to the Tianyang dynasty. They plan to wait for the next batch of strong men. Then it will be stronger and safer. The demon giants of the holy demon realm soon received the news from the original realm, and they breathed a sigh of relief. When the demon comes, the space fluctuates very strongly. There are strong human beings in the original world who are paying attention to the situation here, and the strong human beings in the holy demon realm quickly got the news. Advent. Soon, more than a dozen powerful men with the cultivation level of the human God Emperor arrived, each of them with God Emperor level strength. They also did not go to Tianyang dynasty. I have suffered a loss and learned a lesson. In Fengming Palace, Ye Chen could sense the space fluctuations caused by their arrival, but Ye Chen had no intention of leaving Tianyang dynasty to target them. Isn't it nice to just sign in? Ye Chen and Luo Hongjian are now practicing at a very fast speed, and they can sign in every month. The longer the delay, the more beneficial it is for Ye Chen and his team. Another month has passed. There are more demons in the holy demon realm, and a human warrior has successfully descended to the original world. The summoning still failed. What the hell? Is it really possible that Ye Chen has the strength of a holy king, and Luo Hongjian and the others are staying in his space treasure? It is possible that Luo Hongjian who appeared during the court session may just be a clone. The strong men at the level of the human bosses in the Holy Demon Realm discussed it, and they tried to summon Luo Hongjian again, but still failed. Summoning and Langxiu and the others also failed. As for Ye Chen, he didn't try at all. Even Luo Hongjian and the others failed to summon, so summoning Ye Chen must fail. Xuanhuan and others once again arrived at the Tianyang Imperial City. The forces such as Tianxian Palace have not had any powerful warriors descend in the past 2 months. The bosses of the forces they belong to in the Holy Demon Realm did not summon with the others. Daiyu Ye Chen, you must be aware of the current situation. The Demon Tribe, the Orson Kingdom, etc., have already sent more than 30 powerful people with the strength of the God Emperor. There are also some people with the strength of the God Emperor. They haven't taken action yet, but it doesn't mean they will keep enduring. If you give us the heavenly Dao Fate Plate, your life will definitely be much better. Xuanhuan said. Ye Chen said in a calm voice, Young Master Su, didn't I say it last time? If the powerful people you sent don't have the strength of the Saint King, it is absolutely impossible to obtain the heart of the world. Xuanhuan frowned and said, Daiyu Ye Chen, they will definitely come to rob it. It might be better if you give it to us. Ye Chen said domineeringly, if they want to rob, let them come. This time, I will not arrest anyone, but kill them all directly. I am now the strength of the Saint Emperor. Xuanhuan and the others rolled their eyes secretly. Ye Chen's strength at the Saint Emperor level, they don't believe it. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 280. Xuanhuan smiled bitterly and said, Fellow Daoist Ye Chen, the Saint Emperor's strength is also a top master in the Saint Demon Realm. You said your Saint Emperor level strength, I'm afraid no one will believe it. If they know you said that, they will definitely think you are deliberately lying to them. Maybe they will come to kill us faster. Ye Chen said indifferently, the powerful people who came here again and again to cause trouble, I have tolerated them many times. If they ask you, just reply to them like this. If they come again, I will definitely not show mercy, just kill them all. The status of the powerful people who came recently is not low, and they are extremely talented. If they are all killed, Ye Chen will severely offend powerful forces one by one. But so what? Before, he was not strong enough, so he could tolerate it once or twice. There is no need to continue to tolerate it like this. Killing them all should give him a lot of peace, and he and Luo Hongjian can be stronger. The level of Tianyang Imperial Palace will also be higher by then. Xuanhuan and the others were speechless. In their opinion, Ye Chen was just being stubborn. Ye Chen had enough strength before, so he was relatively low-key. He would capture them alive when the enemy came and make them his bargaining chips. Now if the enemy comes again, Ye Chen may not be able to deal with it. But can those powerful people who came here be scared away by just threatening? Daiyu Ye Chen, I'm afraid your choice is a mistake. Xuanhuan sighed. Another powerful man frowned and said, Daiyu Ye Chen, it is the most correct choice for you to cooperate with us. We, several forces, will definitely do our best to keep you safe. Ye Chen said indifferently, everyone, I have made up my mind. Goodbye. Ye Chen left. Xuanhuan and the others soon left Tianyang Imperial City. Now that the limit of the world is the Divine Emperor, Ye Chen may have the strength of the Saint King, but such strength is not enough to resist the many powerful people who have descended. Let's talk to him nicely. If he doesn't listen, he will suffer. If he really suffers, he should come to us again in the future. Let's tell the other forces about the situation, and there will be a time when Ye Chen will ask us for help. Xuanhuan and the others discussed secretly. Soon, Xuanhuan and the others spread the news. The powerful people from their upper realm did not ask them to keep the news secret. Ha 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 ha. Ye Chen's Saint Emperor strength. I'm laughing to death. If he has the Saint Emperor's strength, I will be a heavenly Dao-level strongman. The news spread to the human strongmen who had recently descended, and some of them laughed out loud. Ye Chen said that he had the strength of the Saint Emperor, which was a joke in their eyes. It's not easy to become a Saint King. Is the strength of the Saint Emperor so easy to have? Any of the powerful men who have descended recently can be said to be a genius-level figure. They all have high cultivation talents, but their current strength is only that of a Saint King. Everyone, be quiet. One of the powerful men said, everyone, Ye Chen seems to be confused. He should want to use this method to delay some time. The other powerful men nodded. Ye Chen's response before was not like this. Everyone, let's set off immediately to Emperor Tianyan, what do you think? Agree. Agree. Dozens of powerful men nodded one after another. The more fiercely Ye Chen shouted, the less threatening Ye Chen was in their eyes. On the contrary, if it was still the same as before, they would be uneasy. Afraid that Ye Chen would dig a pit for them to jump into again. Let's go. Dozens of powerful men set off quickly. All of them have the cultivation of the Divine Emperor, and more than a dozen of them have the strength of the Divine Emperor. In the Holy Demon Realm, they are also masters. Let's go. The powerful men who descended from the demon clan also set off. They didn't get any news from Xuanhuan and the others, but they secretly watched the powerful human beings who came, and they acted immediately when the powerful human beings acted. In Fengming Palace, Ye Chen snorted lightly. There were 40 or 50 powerful humans and demons coming. The total number was less than 100, but any one of them could slaughter the 50 million people who came before. Ye Chen, come out. Ye Chen, didn't you say that you have the strength of a Saint Emperor? Come on, let me see it, haha. A total of 90 powerful people from both humans and demons quickly arrived at Tianyan Imperial City. They didn't make a move on the way. There is no point in killing ordinary people. Everyone, you come here again and again, and I tolerate you again and again, but my tolerance has its limits. Ye Chen's cold voice came out from Tianyan Imperial Palace. Haha, Ye Chen, you are tolerant because you are weak. Ye Chen, didn't you say that if we come over, you will kill us? I want to see what you can kill us with. Ye Chen, show us your Saint Emperor level strength and let us open our eyes. The human and demon masters outside the city were very arrogant in their words. However, they did not enter Tianyan Imperial City first. According to their judgment, Ye Chen's strength is definitely not as good as theirs now, but it is also a fact that Ye Chen's strength is not weak. Whichever side enters Tianyan Imperial City first may suffer some losses. In the Tianyan Imperial City, many people were filled with righteous indignation. But they could do nothing when they sensed the terrifying aura outside the city. In recent months, the strength of the people in the Tianyan Imperial City has naturally increased a lot, but they are far inferior to the powerful ones with the strength of the Divine Emperor. Everyone, since you said so, I will fulfill your wish. Ye Chen's immortal sword formation was activated instantly. Kill. Ye Chen's figure arrived above the Tianyan Imperial Palace, and he drew his sword lightly. He slashed at the West City with one sword. Dozens of human strongmen are in the East City. Dozens of demon strongmen are in the West City. The immortal sword formation was activated but did not launch an attack. Ye Chen used the Xuanhuan sword to slash this sword. No. Dozens of demon strongmen in the West City were horrified, and they felt the horror of Ye Chen's sword. The strongest among them was only at the Saint King level. Ye Chen was indeed at the Saint Emperor level, 100 times and 1,000 times stronger than them. Puff. Puff. The sword light that Ye Chen slashed out turned into a sword net, and dozens of demon warriors were swept by the huge sword net. In an instant, their bodies were all cut into countless pieces. Many pieces of meat fell from the sky, and a lot of blood spilled on the ground. As for the souls of these demons, Ye Chen received them in the underworld. Let them enjoy in the 18 layers of hell first. In the future, their ghosts can be transformed into martial spirits, and they still have great value. This. In the East City, dozens of human warriors showed horror in their eyes. Even if the demons in the West City are weaker than them, the gap is very limited. With one sword, Ye Chen actually slaughtered them all. There was no room left. Dai Ye Chen, we were wrong, we will leave now. One of the dozens of warriors shouted in fear, and Ye Chen looked at them. This seat gave you a chance. You didn't cherish it? This seat is a strong man with the strength of a holy emperor, and I have to keep my word, what do you think? Ye Chen said lightly. Dozens of strong men tried desperately to escape, but the Xuxian sword formation had already covered this side. How could they escape? Kill! Ye Chen slashed out with his sword again. These dozens of human strong men who came over also died. Ye Chen showed no mercy. Hiss! Xuanhuan and others looked at the side from a distance, and their scalps tingled. Ye Chen actually had the strength of a saint emperor. Young Master Su, I didn't lie to you, did I? I am the real saint emperor. Ye Chen looked in the direction of Xuanhuan and others, and his voice rang in their ears.